The song we're performing today is called Alchemy. This song, Alchemy, is like self-motivation talk, really. It's really trying to be that self-determination vibe, building up confidence, building up self-esteem, and really trying to have that mindset that nothing can kind of stand in the way of you being the best version of yourself. We are able to bring our big live show into a small studio, into a stadium, into someone's bedroom. We really don't mind the vibe. Like for us, hip hop is really just about adapting to your environment and what's around you, and delivering a show that's entertaining to whoever might be in the building or whoever might be watching. Everything I touch, I turn to gold. I got a lot on my mind these days. Responsibilities and coming of age. There's a crown to be claimed, I'm proud to be raised in the Southwest where the praise the sound of my name, I do it large. You could say I got a mountainous range, stay sharp. I could slice this in 1,000 of ways, no doubt, you best believe. But before we proceed, you better double check your pockets for your wallet, phone and keys. It's not safe to be unprepared. In the jungle where the lions roam, you go crying home needing new underwear. Your whole life these sheep be leading you unaware. Been asleep on the gold mine, not believing it's there. Put the jokes aside, I'm not the kind to be climbing a whip. Most folks are lie, don't know the grind, but love the sound of it. What I create is legit, it's never counterfeit. The base metals and negative transformed into empowerment. Everything I touch, I turn to gold. Been racking up these accolades since I was 12 years old. It ain't even challenging, I do this naturally. So pay close attention, yo, I call this alchemy.
Let's go!
Everything I touch, I turn to gold. Been racking up these accolades since I was 12 years old. It ain't even challenging, I do this naturally. So pay close attention, yo, I call this alchemy. Like the rebirth of Cassius, the rework of a classic. Make the entire globe spin with 3 turns on its axis. It's unheard of, ain't no shin of what we serve to the masses. Progress is slow motion, but we hurtling backwards. I went from micro to massive, from passive to active, from hibernation to action. I was waiting to cash in. Lanes winding is tragic, trying to stop my gains with a passion. But yo, slow down, Winston, you might pop a vein while you at it. I come from a beastly culture, my people are savage, with a level of devotion that you couldn't even imagine. My raps smoke them out of the jungle and leave them in ashes. These cats think they flow is hot, but they seemingly flaccid. Men swimming in currency while the ocean drowning in plastics. If your foundation is weak, you get pulled down in them rapids. What I cultivate naturally culminates in the magic. This kind of access is evidence of a higher practice. Everything I touch, I turn to gold. Been racking up these accolades since I was 12 years old. It ain't even challenging, I do this naturally. So pay close attention, yo, I call this alchemy.
Let's go!
Everything I touch, I turn to gold. Been racking up these accolades since I was 12 years old. It ain't even challenging, I do this naturally. So pay close attention, yo, I call this alchemy.
Come on! The sum of your mistakes or the product of your wins. Crawl your way to mediocrity or spread your wings. I'm worthy or deserving, man, it really all depends. How you define when staring back at you is where it all begins. It's a matter of perspective and you're standing at the precipice. There's always a solution regardless of what the method is. Where you go depends on wherever you place the emphasis. But always know the road worth taking is far from effortless. You plot, plan and scheme, calculate the measurements, overthink the dream and contemplate the estimates. But even a genius can't anticipate the deficits. Persistence pays, that's how you graduate to excellence. Trials and tribulations will test your resolve. You get off in shortcuts if you agree to sell your soul. And there'll be many days when motivation may dissolve, but you can reach infinity with a mind that's made of gold. That's alchemy. Everything I touch, I turn to gold. Been racking up these accolades since I was 12 years old. It ain't even challenging, I do this naturally. So pay close attention, yo, I call this alchemy. Everything I touch, I turn to gold. Been racking up these accolades since I was 12 years old. It ain't even challenging, I do this naturally. So pay close attention, yo, I call this alchemy.